Hey YouTube, coming at you with what I call an all safe team, even though there are very obvious flaws. It's like double weak to Flyer, trevenant, and poliwrath, double weak to electric and poliwrath and seaking. But it doesn't play like you have a ton of weaknesses because of how safe everything is here, right? Trevenant, yes, you are weak to Flyer, and Tropius you need to watch out for, and Fire obviously. But for the most part, like the Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball does neutral across the board. Poliwrath with counter, and Icy Wind, yeah, bulk, Dynamic Punch for Lantern, Icy Wind for Grass, and then Seaking, a water Pokemon, but triple legacy, Poison for the Grass, Icy Wind for the Grass, Drill Run for the Steels that would resist the Poison. So it just feels like almost in every matchup you have something that you can do. So kind of play it like that. So we have a mirror match here. Build to the Shadow Ball, just go straight bait. There's no, like, I don't think there's ever a reason to throw a Shadow Ball because I feel like most will almost always shield anyways. So they try to catch, and they do catch. But that will just allow me to get a super effective C-Bomb off, farm all the way, come out with an Icy Wind, and their Trevenant is super low. Their Trevenant has their Trevenant does have 2 seed bombs. So if they come in, they will probably win CMP tie here. Yep, that's fine. So I'll shield this because I'm going to move off too. And so if they really want to get that second move off now, they need to use a shield here. And they could because they do have a second move here. And they do shield because they want to get it off. But their attack is lowered. And I'm like, you shield this. It could be like an Empoleon, like an ABB. And I'm like, okay, did not read that right. But it is a Tentacruel. And this is where Seaking is just so strong, right? Scald resisted. I'm going to get to the Drill Run. I'm going to get to the moves pretty quickly. So they're going to have to throw another move to take me out, or else I am going to get to my move to take them out. I think they try and farm down all the way. But no, you can't. I'm going to take it out because I get to the moves pretty quickly. So Seaking able to take that one in the back there. And just one little Poison Jab for the win. Lantern, so good thing I'm seeing it here. They come in Poliwrath. So definitely going to get the C-Bomb off, and then probably go, let's see where I go here. Seaking makes sense. The thing is, I'm still probably going to shield because I like almost all of them, all Poliwraths are running Dynamic Punch right now. So it is Dynamic Punch. So that is nice. Again, the only problem with Seaking's really good. It feels safe. You have coverage for everything. You have 3 non-stab moves. Stab is same type attack bonus. So as you're seeing here, Poison Jabs and Drill Run in any other scenario with any other Pokemon getting the bonus stab would take that out. But I don't, so I have to double shield. I do that because I'll still get neutral Poison Jabs and super effective Drill Runs off against this. Plus I will keep alignment. They do farm all down all the way. Okay. Let's see if they either dump the energy on the Trevenant or just try and save it and sweep. No, so they are going to dump some energy. Which, like, 2 Thunderbolts probably will take Trevenant out from this range. So there's one. They eventually get it out into a Bomb of Snow, and this is looking pretty good. I mean, the thing is, this is still super effective Energy Ball. And almost takes me out. So I'm going to throw the move just to try and burn a shield here. I expected them to shield. Now the question is, no, they're going to outpace me here. So it's that same type of attack bonus, not having it on the Seaking, really cost me that game there. So bad lead. Both are answers, right? So I'm going Seaking. The reason I came Seaking is because I expect them to have a direct answer to Poliwrath. Because you're not really building for Seaking, but you're building for Poliwrath if you have an Obama. You're probably building for... if you have an Abomasnow lead, you're building for Mawile, Poliwrath, and Tentacruel, which hence Lantern, right? That's an answer for all of those. So that makes sense. We'll get in here, farm all the way down, take a move, that's fine. If I come out with the Shadow Ball, that'll either grab 1 shield or put the Abomasnow pretty low. So instant throw. I expect a shield because again, Abomasnow's pretty glassy. So there's the shield. Now I got a shield advantage heading in here. I am going to shield because I think they could have maybe got to the energy ball and knew it was me. So they do. And now just an energy advantage. So I just got to the icy wind. I'm like, okay, so that's not anything except the power punch, which I mean, ramping up here is not a bad idea. Because I'm going to kill the Abomasnow with poliwrath, I figure that they're going to try and shield to take me out here. So I do manage to get off the dynamic punch anyways because power punches are not going to do enough. And I'm hoping with shield advantage I can claw and shadow ball enough before they take me out. And I can, so I will win there. So getting out of a tough lead and tough switch here with a pretty safe team, right? Tropius, again, so here's your double flying weakness. So I got to come in immediately into Seaking and get hit with the lantern, right? So again, tough lead, tough switch here for an all safe team getting hit. But that's okay. They let the first one go. So the question is, do I shield and try and grab a shield back, or do I call a bait and I get the bait, which is very risky. So I will grab a shield here, which is pretty good. Because now we can kind of do... The problem is I'm not going to get a ton of farm here. I'll get like 4. Which means that I'll still need a few more on claws to get a shadow ball off. But I kind of have to stay in here because it's not like counter is going to do anything. So I think trying to grab this last shield or hopefully landing that damage is probably way more valuable. And they try and farm all the way around, and they do. But the damage on the claws is good enough. So now I got a double shield. Come out with some energy, but no shields. So commit to, yeah, you have to double shield. That's fine. And hope they have like an Empoleon or something in the back. Hello. Limited meta sucks for them. I'm throwing an Icy Wind because Tropius is counter down range. And only thing that's going to beat me is like a Drill Peck that takes me too low, and then the fast move takes me out here. So lowering the attack to limit the fast move damage was smart. This one is not smart. There's no reason to throw that. You should probably just counter all the way down. Pelipper. Okay, there's your double flyer weakness again. Coming right into Seaking. Get hit with an Empoleon. So this is an interesting one because we both are kind of suffering from the same thing. Fast move resisted, non-stab secondary moves, but mine is super effective and theirs is neutral. They clearly outpace me though. But that will take them low. And now I get a second one off. This will flip switch, which is huge. Or I'm going to grab a shield. Both are good scenarios. So they let me flip switch. But again, I don't have an answer to Pelipper. So I got to almost hope the Pelipper comes back in. I got to get a few more moves off and maybe get a charge move off on here. So they don't let me. It does put them in like 70% range already, which is okay. Got to come Trevenant. Claws are neutral. Wing attacks, yes, super effective. They can probably just bait Weather Ball. They don't need to really go Hurricane here. They can just bait Weather Ball. Because I can't really take that damage. Going Shadow Ball. I'm basically going to grab a shield, and then I'm going to try and catch the move here. Because they don't really have any moves for me, right? They have Overheat, and they have Brutal Swing. Most are running that moveset, which is all resisted to poliwrath. So I will take these resisted moves. The only thing is I need to come out with some energy because their switch timers are desynced. Our switch timer is already synced, and the counters aren't going to do anything to the poliwrath. Sorry, the Pelipper. But the problem is 3 resisted moves are still 3 charge moves, right? So they take me out and the snipe, which makes this much, much trickier because now they can basically just farm me down with Wing Attack and Weather Ball. So I'll probably lose this matchup. So if you don't want to... I'm trying to think like what other Pokemon are safe that you can substitute. The problem is There's only Pelipper and Tropius, right? So yes, I just saw both of them. But there's only the 2 flyers in this meta. So it's out of the 20 Pokemon that you see. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it sucks. But like, how many times are you going to see them? So I think it's worth like not doing. That's just my opinion. They go power up. They probably go power up again. I remember this matchup. I remember a power up doing like 40+% on a Trevenant. So I got both shields, and I'm just like, if I'm grabbing both shields from you here, like what do you have in the back? So I'm going to just immediately come in here. I got a shield, but I figured like energy advantage is probably beneficial here. And it is their own poliwrath. So again, this is where dynamic punch comes in huge. Neutral, takes it low. They're probably not going to get to a move, which is great. Ferrothorn can't come back in, or else I'll just counter down. What's in the back? A Pelipper. Which, why didn't you come in Pelipper the first time? So get that off. They're going to farm as much as they can and CMP me. Jeez, people are great at counting. People are great at counting. I'm nowhere near this. Weather Ball does do a decent amount. They need to land a Hurricane, and they try to catch. But I did not throw. I will take this out. And now it's just an Icy Wind. Even a Hurricane from this range probably shouldn't take me out. This probably is a Hurricane, but I don't think it takes me out. It is a Hurricane, and it does not take me out. So as long as I just didn't dump my energy there, I was good. And I did not. So Trevenant against Mawel. So obviously terrible lead. Both good save swaps. I'll probably come Poliwrath because that's at least neutral. Ferrothorn, not an answer. Yes, I know grass, but not a grass when you're half steel. That just makes it a really, really, really bad matchup. So I will show one power whip up. I'm at 2 moves basically. There's no point of baiting here. Let's just go dynamic punch. Does land. Lantern. Maybe it was a misclick. I don't know why you wouldn't come Lantern when you know I have a Trevenant on the lead and I just come in Poliwrath. But I get the dynamic punch off. And they're going to try and farm down. And I get this. And they may just CMP me. So maybe my opponent just misplaying all over the place here. They let it go. Now I get a couple more in here. I'll probably come Seaking and just go Icy Wind. Because fast moves are resisted. Both fast moves are resisted. But again, chip is chip. And if I can lower their attack once here, where they can't reset, I'm going to be able to claw down before they can take me out here. So they shield, but I could just claw down. Again, the only thing, they throw a charge. The only thing that is going to, they can't get to a power punch and then a play rough. So just shield up the first one. Okay, Tropius again. We've seen this. We kind of just have to stay in here. Well, actually, I went to Seaking last time. So I'm clearly playing this one differently. Because I went to Seaking last. I still may come Seaking. Nope. Okay, so I do come Seaking. And shielding? I don't know about this. So Empoleon comes in again. We went over this matchup. Is not great for... Empoleon's super fast charging now, as per my video this morning. But still lacks a fast move against water Pokemon, so it's not like it's going to do anything here. And they could... Oh, I get to the move. So that's nice. This will grab a shield or take switch. And they let it go. So I get a couple more poison. So they dump their energy here, which is interesting. I may just come Poliwrath and get ahead on energy. Yeah. Try and get a few counters, because now they're going to be switch walk. Never switch. Again, you don't know I have it. So it's Glycopod, which is still okay for them. You never know what your opponent has in the back, so I get it from that perspective. But try not to leave one Pokemon against a Pokemon that can lower your attack. So I'm shielding here because I'm just going to try and lower this thing's attack like 3 times. So it's a liquidation. Here comes the second one. Again, these counters are doing way more than they should to a bug Pokemon. There's your second Icy Wind. Oh, because they let the first icy wind go. Okay. I was like, why is it doing so much? Clearly they are running X Scissor and Liquidation, which is a bad combo. But again, these counters are adding up. And here comes another icy wind to lower their attack for the third time. And at this point, they can't really do anything. Even if they have 2x Scissors, which I'm sure they do, Liquidation doesn't even take out. So then yeah, well, 3 times lowered. Like, what are you gonna do? That's why you can't leave one Pokemon that you have to have a Pokemon that you can reset those lowering attacks on. It's basically a top left. If you get into a matchup against a Pokemon that lowers your attack or lowers your defense like at least ×2, then you're just like, you're screwed, right? Even lowering the attack ×1, you can feel the significant difference. So it's really a bad situation to get yourself into. And there's a lot of Pokemon in this. Poliwrath with Icy Wind, Seaking with Icy Wind, Acid Spray on Tentacruel. There's a lot of Pokemon that will be able to lower your defense or attack. So you got to keep at least one Pokemon around to reset that. Anyways, that is it. More to come. This crappy cup. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.